Hello everybody, Ampamine here, coming at you with some more Killing Floor 2! Now, I was thinking, as I was staring at the death screen on the last episode, I'm thinking that maybe I'm dying so much because I'm not encouraging perk diversity. So you can see, Support, Field Medic, Demolicious, and Firebug, those are all in the double digits, but Berserker and Commando, not so much. And I think that I need to start being able to be a more well-rounded player, so I think I'm going to start trying to level those perks up so that I can start to get better at this game in general. Because if I understand more of the classes, then perhaps I'll be able to actually understand the general aspects of the game more thoroughly. Also, it gives me an excuse to go back to normal mode, so people don't have to watch me die repeatedly for really stupid things. And I also feel like trying some of these custom maps, because same maps over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Not really the most of fun. So, all right. Yeah, I'll go. We can double up on commandos. It's normal. We have a field medic. And pretty much anything I choose at this point is going to be completely superfluous. So, it's because honestly, normal mode has started to become to me like the mode where I can just do friggin' anything and still win. Which is why I've been trying to play hard mode as much as I possibly can, because it's where it might because it's not words they kind of pile up at the front of my brain, and my mouth tries to catch up and spews words out in these weird shotgun sort of patterns that doesn't make any sense. But I've been playing on hard mode because that's actually challenging. I die a fairly significant number of times, so it's actually one of those things where there's a possibility of me dying, whereas honestly on normal it's pretty rare that I die unless I'm being egregiously stupid, which does still happen. Definitely still happens. I will never say that it does not, but it's much harder to be egregiously stupid on normal mode than it is on hard. Hard actually punishes mistakes, whereas normal mode just kind of gives you a little slap on the wrist.
Season's early.
And since I'm still getting the intricacies of commandos down, how much ammo I can or cannot use, what I need to be doing in any given situation, all of that sort of stuff. Okay, I don't know if this is... Okay, I think this is supposed to be water, but wow. That is... Okay, so I'm not the only person who sees that. I was literally just about to say that it was trippy.
Port's closed.
I was...
Go make a difference.
Because this is just... This is like when you win Solitaire on Windows 98 and all the cards go bouncing around there all over the place. Or when your computer is sort of crashing, but it hasn't actually completely crashed yet. And every time you move the mouse or move a window, it has that crazy-ass streaky effect. Yeah, it's like that. I kind of miss those days, where sometimes you could just, move the windows and it would just streak all over like that. Okay, so this is a Helm's Deep map. I'm assuming that these Zeds/Orcs can get in somewhere. I just don't know where that is. Okay. If absolutely nothing else, I guess I gotta lead him more. Ugh.
A solid start, but
come on, I'm a commando. I need to be popping heads like it's 1998. And I don't know. Well, I guess, I don't want to say that Quake 3 Arena was before my time, because it really wasn't. I just never played it. Honestly, I was not much of a PC gamer. Probably until Probably until MMOs started to really become a thing. Way back, Asheron's Call. That game, it's still going, as far as I understand. The sequel, sadly, is not. I remember being very excited for Asheron's Call 2, and I bought it day one. Well, I should probably rephrase. I made my parents buy it for me day one.
Cleared this batch out.
And
Nice work. We
it
can reopen the trader
was
point soon.
really weird mechanically. That's all I really remember is just the way that the mechanics worked were bonkers, and it shut down, like, I think less than a year after it was actually released. So, I mean, it's long dead now, but the original is still going. They've had a few expansion packs. I used to have an original copy
Watch it!
Glad to see you made it through. Make for the pod and
I
gear
forget
up.
what it was. Was it the Dark Portal? Something
You
like
earned the
that?
money.
I mean, it was
Now
just
spend
basically where they just decided they're like, okay, cool, we're actually gonna make the Olthoi
How's that feel?
important part of the story, and they did. And then you fought
Come
giant
and get your
insect
tools of
people.
trade. Glad you made it
And
back.
now you're like, Thorsten Crackstone, motherfucker! Your legacy lives on!
You make it.
Oh yeah! So,
The moving around.
yeah, that was around the time I really got into PC gaming, but I didn't play a lot of the really common shooters.
Sorry, how's that?
More Zeds on the way.
There are some
Start
things
to
that I
wrap things up,
definitely
as
need to
they
catch
say.
up on, because I have never played Half-Life. I've never played the original, I've never played Half-Life Source, I've never played any iteration of Counter-Strike. So obviously I never played Team Fortress until Team Fortress 2 came out. And, there are a lot of
Zeds
things
are
that I
getting
gotta catch my ass up on. Like, not my ass specifically, my ass, and just a general sort of, slightly
Time's up.
disparaging
Go do some
self-reference. You guys know what I mean. I hope, because if not, that will have been extremely confusing. Okay. Stop it! Stop closing the door.
I'll weld this door like a blacksmith bold to the task.
Welding doors.
Our work here
I
is
hate
done.
you all. By the way,
There's something here! Heart attack!
gotta follow the red.
Sure.
It'll be fine. So very fine. I'm guessing all of this smoke is the proverbial edge of the map. I can't really say for sure, but
You've dented down numbers, but there are
There
plenty
we go.
left.
with all the slightly odd lighting, honestly,
Can open the time.
there we go. Now I can actually help and shoot things like I was destined to do. I was the chosen one. I was chosen by Akatosh to cleanse the world of the Zed taint. Fusro Zed! Wait, Fusro Zed! Dovahkiin, Avading, Avadar. I can't remember the Dovahkiin song. I am absolutely horrible when it actually comes to remembering it. I just, I remember small bits of it, like the general tune, but I do not remember the actual words to it in the least. That's another game that I really need to play more of, Skyrim. I've never actually finished Skyrim, at least not in the traditional sense. Because I always get sidetracked. I'm like, yeah, alright, cool, we're gonna rid the world of dragons, and then I'm like, oh, but side quests over here. Yeah, alright. Let me go to the college, Mage College, up in the top right corner of the map, and then I get all engrossed in the giant blue floating orb thing in the dungeon, and it just all goes downhill from there. And people are like, hey, you should really, really think about seeing the Greybeards. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get around to it. It's not that important, is it? Like, dragons are destroying the world. It's like, yeah, but it's not. I mean,
Perfect.
it's not that
Let's get you
urgent.
restocked.
You know, it could take a couple of months, do all of this other stuff. It'll be fine.
How's the
you know?
gang doing?
It's great.
I'm fine.
It's
thanks.
perfect. We're just
How's that
gonna go over here and steal
You
all
earned
your
the money.
soul gems.
Now spend it.
'Cause, I mean, you guys don't need those, do you? I mean, yeah, it's a
Bonjour.
luxury item.
Come and get your tools of
You don't
trade.
actually really need any of that, so
Awesome work, guys.
I
Let's
do
keep this
kind of
going.
wish that
Need a hand?
Final choices, people.
unwelding
Enemies on the
doors
scope.
gave you support experience, but
Need a hand?
oh no!
Need a hand?
Well, that guy's being a douchehole.
I can weld this door.
I guess. I mean that
Last
we're on
chance.
the inside,
I have to
so
power down the pod.
I don't know. That might actually kind of be a good thing,
Much
but
Stand together. Still alive.
at least we
Break
have
time's over. Get back to work.
an additional
More Zeds
point
inbound.
of egress if we really need it. But you know, it's still really annoying that he's being a total douchehole.
It's quiet and we're all alive.
Because you know,
Oh,
when
yeah.
people are total doucheholes, it tends to ruin games. So, dear people, don't be
I kill for
doucheholes.
some
Don't
action.
ruin people's
Literally.
games. Don't ruin people's fun. It's not cool. Honestly, though, he's honestly just he's just gonna die, and then we get to laugh at him. Or he'll stop paying attention to the door, and we can unweld it and actually, you know, play the map, which works too. Hey, guess what? Grenade! Ah, that was a fine grenade.
A solid start.
Fine grenade
but
toss.
many Zeds remain.
God, I love seeing all the fine grenade tosses around. Let's see here. Friggin' husks. Get out of here. You're like, I don't know. I don't think I have like an uncle Husk. I've had people who've lit themselves on fire, but like I don't know any serial arsonists or anything like that, so I wouldn't really fit. Because the Uncle Bloat persona fits perfectly because he vomits everywhere, and I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of families has that one person who just drinks way too much at every party that he or she is a part of, and just ends up, you know, puking their guts out in the morning. It's like, you know,
You've nearly cleared
done
this
this
batch out. Nice
so
work.
many times before.
We can reopen the
How could
trading
you not
post.
realize that this was the inevitable conclusion of your behavior? Because it's okay, sure. As you get more and more inebriated, you're more and more likely to make really dumb decisions. That's okay, granted.
Bless him,
But
believe.
you know, you can still
Way
make the
better.
decisions before you get intensely inebriated. Come on, Uncle Bloat. We want to help you, Uncle Bloat, but you just won't let us.
Dancing around.
Eh, let me healing
Don't
goo.
move, you idiot.
Hey,
Glad to see you made it through. Make
sweet.
for the pod
I can
and
purchase
gear up.
my Scar assault rifle.
You're doing great, people.
I
Enjoy the
actually
break.
did not intend to do that.
Perhaps
I thought
we
that I
should
had-
reflect on this in
Thought that I had.
silence.
Gosh dang it. I can no longer afford my Scar. Wait, did somebody give me cash? I think they did. If they did, thank you. Because I was about to be extremely annoyed. Because it's like, okay.
Big Belgian.
Alright, grind teeth, grind teeth, grind teeth. I'll wait another round, grind teeth. And this
There's Zeds on the scope.
this microphone
Must
tends
close
to be
the pod
pretty
very
sensitive. You know, it's a nice microphone. It's not the best, but it's a pretty nice microphone. You know, reasonably sensitive. Gets the lows pretty well, which is good. Because I have the dulcet tones with which to entertain you all.
Whither do they go?
But
Time's almost up.
it's sometimes it's really difficult or impossible to get the gain where it filters out the stuff that I don't want anybody to hear. You know, like
All
me
Zeds on the
moving in
scope.
my chair,
Back to it, mes
or
amis.
breathing, or, you know, things happening outside my window, all of that sort of thing. I don't want anybody hearing that, but it still picks them up. And it even picks them up. I've got I have a jury-rigged pop filter, and the gain is set as low as it will possibly go. And sometimes it still picks up weird stuff. I still have to fix it in post, so to speak. All of my post fixing tends to make it sound a little better, so you don't hear like my freaking computer fan all of the time. I mean, you probably hear it sometimes, just because, you know, noise. You can't eliminate all of the bad noise you don't want, but it's you know, much better than hearing for 40 minutes, you know, in the background. That is one of those things where, trust me, I try to not make a lot of the mistakes that I know a lot of people who are doing what I'm doing make. And gosh darn it, I want to succeed. I want to be amazing. It's like, I want to be able to give cool people high fives, and I'll be like, hey, PewDiePie, hey, Markiplier, you guys are pretty cool, and you have inspired me. And Jacksepticeye and HC Bailey and all the other people, there are too many of them to name. Also, motherfucking, like, Game Grumps and Danny's Sex Brain being all cool. You know, like I said, there are just far too many of them to name, and I'm also busy trying to not die, so that makes trying to remember a bunch of people and what they are called at so much more difficult. But I at least sort of try. But I left a bunch of people off the list. Jesse Cox, I left Jesse Cox off the list. Like, all of these people, I wanna go over to them. I wanna be like, I'm gonna give you guys a hug because I think you're neat people, and you guys make me smile, and you've inspired me to add my own special brand of insanity to the mix. And I think I'm gonna succeed. And I'm not saying that because I'm the arrogant sort of type where it's like, I just succeed at everything. I'm just the kind of guy who succeeds, you know? That's my nickname among my friends, Success Man. Yeah, that's what everybody calls me, but, you know, don't want to toot my horn too much, you know. Gotta be a little humble sometimes. Body block is great. You will not kill that teammate man. Even if I don't know if that's the butt teammate man who actually welded us, tried to weld us in, but I still don't want him to die.
When you're done, I can reopen the
This
trading
game's
vault.
still way easier the more people you have, just in general. But yes, see, I've specifically spoken to people about this, where a lot of it is not necessarily about just having all of the stuff at the start, because it's never about having everything you need at the start. Because, quite frankly, nobody ever needs everything they have at the start, ever.
But I'm still bleeding.
I'm pretty sure that the amount of projects that have been, you know, that the people have undertaken, anger. I
See me, the pod
transmit
CEO.
my
Nicely done.
furious anger into my pistol
Awesome
whip.
work, guys. Let's keep this going.
But yeah, I think that the amount of projects that have been started, where everybody has everything they need and knows what to do right at the outset, is just not.
Glad you made it back.
It's.
Don't bleed on anything.
I want to say it's non-existent. Maybe there have been projects like that. I don't, because, yeah, I hate making blanket statements, because... Huh. What? Okay, I don't think that's supposed to happen, but I have a
Start to wrap things up, as they
dual
say.
9mm pistol, and then just a single regular 9mm pistol. Okey-dokey. I am not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I will totally take 2 weapons that are augmented by my backup skill. I am actually rather happy with this outcome. Anyway, but yes, the amount of projects where everybody knew exactly what they were doing and had everything they needed at the beginning is...
Time's up.
Again, I don't like to make blanket statements, but I'm pretty sure that there have been none. There's never been a project that had all of that kind of stuff at the outset. So you have to learn as you go. You have to keep doing. And I probably do stuff that I'm pretty sure that all of the YouTubers that I mentioned, the ones that I enjoy, and many others, you know, the Game Grumps in particular make a lot of fun of things like these. So, you know, it's... there are a lot of channels like this out there, and, you know, everybody kind of wants to throw their hat in the ring, and that's awesome. I think that's awesome, because, frankly, you know, it's something that people want to do. It's something that they should do. It's, honestly, is way better than if they go and, like, I don't know, murder people in the park. The fewer people that are getting murdered in the park, the better, in my book. Call me strange, but... sometimes, you know, it's just gotta come out and say what your really weird opinions are, and my opinions are that I don't like people murdering other people in parks. It's bad juju. It's not cool, and really not fun for most of the people involved. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Even if it's not necessarily the best thing, you know, the most amazing thing that's ever been created. But it's not what matters. I think what matters is that you keep trying to make everything better. Because if you look at, you know, if you look at any YouTuber's channel, if you look at their earlier stuff, you can definitely see where they've made specific efforts, you know, try and improve their energy or their topics of conversation or their gameplay or I don't know, even how they interact with their own fans. I would argue that you could look at any, and I mean any YouTuber's channel, and you take a good look at their early stuff, and then look at the stuff that they're doing now, and recognize that, you know, there is a ton of stuff that they just do completely differently. And that, I think, that's where a lot of the importance lies. Is it's not in the fact that you're amazing at the outset, because again, I'm not amazing at the outset. I try to be cool. You know, I try to stop making a lot of mistakes that I know other people have made. But there's still a bunch of dumb things.
I see you have no grenades.
I have done and still probably am doing, because I was looking at. I was looking at the videos that I've been putting up. I've been like, yeah, and I kept trying to fix the way they looked. It's like, that's really weird. I don't know why it's doing this. And you know, I realized that I was recording at an incredibly low bitrate.
Make your choices.
Like, I think it was somewhere around like 500 kilobytes per second that I was recording at, and that's why I was getting these giant, horrible artifacts, like giant squares, huge chunks, every time that there was something remotely visually complex on the screen. I was like, oh, that's why. I also believe this is the first video that I'll be posting after I finally realized that fact. So, with luck, these videos will be slightly less ass. They'll take a lot longer to upload, you know, proportionally more bitrate, more information per second, you know, you're gonna have bigger files, that's how it works. But I am totally willing to take a hit on the upload time and not have everything go into huge squares, because good lord, it looks awful. And I've you know, been tinkering and fixing, reworking stuff. But that's exactly what I was saying earlier, I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes and does a dumb. Everybody can do the dumb sometimes. And it's all about trying to fix when you actually do make the dumb. This is my Kalashnikov, right? Yes, it is. At least I believe this is my Kalashnikov. Ah! Flesh pounds! Please stop grinding my organs into chunks. I do not appreciate... Oh, Sheebus, there are 2 of them. That explains why there was so much pain flying around. I need to breathe deep in the blue. Oh, jeez. I might be done. No! No! Please help me, field medic. I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Oh, thank you, sir. Dankjewel, as DJ Scully is wont to say. Oh, that made me happy. I got to survive. Especially since I was like, normal is super easy. Like, who dies unnormal? Nobody dies unnormal. Unless you're a total noob. And then I almost freaking die on normal. Yep, survival normal. Alright, our field medic could use some HP if you freaking get over here. There we go. Oh, hey, whoa, hello, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. You are in for a treat. I am handing out lots and lots of bullets today at extremely high velocities. Would you care to speak with me about my company? My company began several months ago when all of you people came out of the cloning labs and actually started murdering pretty much the entire European Union. And not many people were thrilled about that, so our company was made that, such that we would prevent that sort of thing and murder all of you, so that we can live comfortably in peace once more. So, are you interested in buying any of our products, perhaps? Huh? That's
good. Thanks.
Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna autofill. I get 2 pistols, like 2 sets of pistols. I am very okay with this, to be completely honest.
Come and get your tools.
But yes, and that. Just to cap off, because I wanna cap off all of that.
There's Zeds on the scope.
There is a man named Katsumoto. I really like the guy. I don't know too much about him personally. I've never actually met him, but he's a blogger, and I like him a lot. He's just a really neat guy, and I get the sense from his blog that he's just one of the coolest goddamn people in the world. And is one of the things that I took away from his interpretations of philosophy was that the law of big numbers is pretty much king, for a lot of reasons. And because, for example, when you think about YouTube, it's if you want to start doing Let's Plays, a lot of, myself included, a lot of people, again, is like me, are, they think, oh, well, shit, there are a lot of people doing this sort of thing all over the internet, and they're all funnier and more creative, and they have a better voice than me, and, oh, Jesus. And so, everything just kind of dies on the operating table. There's no actual live birth. It's like, sorry, it's just a miscarriage of, dreams and ideas, and that happens to a lot of things. And I would say that, obviously not every idea is valid, but I think that a lot of things that would make people, a lot of things that people could possibly do are just kind of die right there, because, they think, you gotta have everything. You gotta have the best recording setup, you gotta have the best voice, and the best computer, and the best everything. It's like, nah, you don't need none of that. All you need is, frankly, all you need is to be a really stubborn douchebag. That is the most important quality that anybody can possibly have. And, crap. Let me pull out my Kalash, please. Thank you kindly. Now I will proceed to shoot the crap out of you, sir. Okay, that guy is getting the crap beaten out of him. But no more, says I. We're pushing it back into the Western Front. It's the Battle of the Bulge. Except I don't know if this actually would be a Battle of the Bulge because I haven't seen actual... I don't think the zombies really have any sort of battle lines, so I don't think that there can be a bulge in the battle lines like there were in the Battle of the Bulge. Wow, that is a horrible thing that I keep doing. I keep getting off topic. But yes, it's a lot of those sorts of ideas just sort of die on the operating table, you know, because people think, oh well, it's not going to be great, and that's the thing. No, it's not going to be great. And honestly, it's probably going to suck ass. And a lot of people don't like that. Understandably so, because you know, it's who wants to be bad at something? Nobody wants to be bad at something. I don't want to be bad at killing floor 2. But you know, you guys have seen me. I kind of have a bit of a problem completing. I have a bit of a problem completing. Okay, wait. Okay, this is... I think it's bugged, so it's operating weird, but I want my pistol. If you hold the pistol like me, you will never shoot the inaccurate for fear of shooting fingers. Honestly, I would rather enjoy a mod for this game that lets you hold pistols like that. So great, the Stalker games. Oh, I honestly would like to do the Stalker games.
Let's get you restocked.
And I say that now, you know, not remembering the absolute nightmare this usually involved with getting them to run. But it's a great series. I like Stalker. But again, I digress. And I should stop freaking doing that. Anytime you start something, you're gonna suck. And people don't like sucking. It's embarrassing, you know. It's awkward. Nobody likes sucking. But a lot of the times, it all comes down to big numbers. Because if you look at somebody like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, you know, the people who are pretty damn popular on YouTube right now, Tobuscus, all of these people, you know, I guarantee you that if you look at the first video they ever made, you know, it probably wouldn't be so great. But that's exactly the thing. You start taking advantage of the law of big numbers. As you start releasing video after video after video after video, it just start to figure out ways you can improve, ways that you can change things to just make it better in general. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, that is where greatness comes from. Greatness comes from being a stubborn bastard and refusing to say, I am going to stop because I'm too bad or it's taking too long. Nah. And that is why I have the keep do philosophy. And that is it's something that I absolutely love. Because like that's why, for example, Nike campaign Just Do It. That's kind of dumb thing that Shia LaBeouf did. It's like, do it! You gotta do the thing! It's not about doing the thing, it is about doing just things in general. Because once it starts becoming like a thing that you need to do, it's gonna stop. Human brain is surprisingly adverse to things that we don't like. And a lot of people don't like having, you know, some person, whether internal or external, be like, alright, cool, you gotta do this and that and the other thing, and it's all shit you hate. Enjoy. Nobody likes that. At all. And if you make it like that, you're not gonna do it. So, you know, instead of doing that one thing, fuck that. Just keep doing things. You know, because everybody does things. Everybody has that one thing that technically, in evolutionary terms, doesn't make any sort of sense at all. Any sense at all. Because, you know, working, having a job, that makes evolutionary sense. We're a tribal species. We know that, you know, we have to cooperate to keep the group going, and we also know that we can share things that we have for other things that we don't have, and that increases our odds of survival. That's, you know, it's pretty much. I'm not sure if you could call it instinct, but I mean it's part of the good old Homo sapiens, nonetheless. And I mean that's important. So, but everybody has that one thing. When you ask them why they do it, they can't really answer. Because for me, it's video games. It's like so.
Nice work.
People have been,
We can reopen the trade
I've
pod.
actually had these sorts of conversations, and they have made me think before, and I love these kinds of conversations. You know, people is like, oh yeah, I just bought a new video card for my computer. It's $350, but man, does everything, all my video games look way better now. People are like, you spent $300 on a thing that lets you spend more money on video games. Like it enables you to buy more things.
Glad to see you
And it's
made
like,
it.
yeah, no, that's pretty much it. You know, if you don't have a good enough graphics card, you can't necessarily buy the game or play the games that you actually want to
Bring up
play.
the trading controls
So
and
you
upgrade your
gotta
gear.
keep your hardware up. And I'm like, okay, but
It's too quiet.
so what about
I hate it when it's quiet.
what about rent or food? And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, I got those covered. It's like, okay, well, but
Way
you
better.
could also be, I don't know, saving for retirement. And it's like, yeah, I could. Yeah, I could have put that money in there, sure. But then why didn't you? And it's like, I don't know. It's just a thing. It's a thing that I like. It's a thing that makes me happy.
There's Zeds on the scope.
And that's really
Must
all
close
that
the
you.
pod very soon.
That's the only explanation for it. Is there's no other rational reason. You can't say, oh, well, purchasing a new video card will give me a 10% pay increase at my with my employer wherever I work. No, there's no
I'm about to
direct.
shut the pod.
There's no direct benefit to anything that, you know, really directly affects your rate of survival. It's just that thing.
Pod's
And
closed.
it is,
Go make a difference.
sometimes it's damn tough to find.
Stop the moving around.
Lord knows that that's something I've figured out. But, you know, it's everything has it. And that's where law of big numbers. If you find a thing, then you keep doing the thing. You keep do. And law of big numbers says, you know, if there's a 4% chance that you will get better at a skill every time you do it, and you start doing it much more often, then probabilistically you're going to get much better at that than you would if you only did it a few times. That's just basic stats. Probability and statistics, friends. Probability and statistics. Oh, that was really
A
nice.
solid start.
You,
Many
no.
Zeds remain.
You, out. I want grenades. I want health grenades. I want explosive grenades. And you are preventing that. So, have more grenades, by the way. Oh, this is my home. This is my special place. I wish I could remember. There was a really cool guy I knew. He was from South Africa. He went to the same high school as I did, and we had math class together. He's a really neat dude, and I wish I could remember what this word was, but it was a word in, and again, I'm showing my absolute super cultural knowledge here when I say, you know, whatever language they use. I can't remember because I know that they do speak English in South Africa, but there's also a native language, and I can't remember what the hell that was. But there's a specific word for, you know, like he said that there was a specific word that was difficult to translate, but it was my happy place, like my spot, my area, and I'm pretty sure that there are lots and lots of English words that would match that, and I'm just not thinking of them at the immediate moment. But that's, you know, that's where you gotta be. If you find that, you take advantage of the law of big numbers, then you're literally guaranteed success. That is it. That's how success do. You know, if you do enough things, then eventually you will find the thing that you can do and keep do. And then you keep do, and then succeed. it's a remarkably simple process, but and again, I know this first frigging hand. This is part of the difficulty is actually, you know, being able to keep due, because it can be discouraging. It's like, all right, cool, I have been doing this for like 6 months, and I still suck. I still suck ass. You know, there's still so much that I don't know that I'm not doing. That kind of thing, because Lord, again, I know better than most people how easy it is to let that sort of thing just creep in and start to munch at your good type thoughts.
Nice.
You know, if you can ignore those well enough and keep due, then good Lord, good things happen to you, and that is why I am gonna succeed, because I believe in prob stats. I believe in the law of big numbers. I believe in keep due. And I will keep due.
Tons of bloody dogs.
That was one of those things where I'm sure it happens to everybody. Like, I was just starting out, trying to make it funny and be interesting, but I ended up basically giving one of those motivational speakers that they bring, you know, college campuses and all those types of places. I should do motivational speaking as well, instead of, you know, just playing video games, because I'm still gonna play video games, but I could also probably do motivational speaking. Who doesn't want to hear this sort of voice? My sort of voice. Out on a stage, out on maybe the radio. I'll do a fireside chat.
Time's over.
Just like Roosevelt.
More Zeds inbound.
Except, unlike Roosevelt, I do still have the use of my legs. So maybe that won't work quite as well. Just because, you know, he had that sort of charm to him, you know. And I might not be able to keep my fireside chats keep that same sort of charm in them, unfortunately. So I might not be able to make them actual fireside chats, but me just babbling, and I think that just happened. I think that is most definitely what happened. Is I start trying to be like, hey, like herp derp, funny times, video games, and I end up, you know, being like one of those freshman philosophy majors. We're like, yeah, I just learned who Jean-Paul Sartre was. Man, hell is other people, dude. Oh, jeez. I mean, it just speaks to me, and it's like, yeah. I think you should probably read No Exit again. Like a little closer, preferably. Because I'm not sure if you really got... Okay, you gotta stop running and just let him attack a person. There we go. Eat me! I'm like Tommy Lee Jones. Eat me! Eat me! And then, you know, a giant cockroach alien eats him, and he finds the guns and intestinal tract, and the cockroach alien explodes. Actually, this game is surprisingly like that, actually. I find that amusing. Where are you? Oh, you are pretty much right next to me. Chucking a bevy of grenades at my feet. No, do not kill him. I will kill you before you can kill him. I should actually switch to my Scar probs, because, you know, higher damage output and all that. Although without the extended magazine, it does fall behind in actual damage per second, I think. Ow. Whoa. I didn't even see the grenade indicators. Well. Oh, okay. Running. Running. Alright, and a Q. And a reload. It's okay, we got this.
Shots at me.
Although, I don't know, I might,
Everyone needs it.
Where does it go? Oh.
Anyone need a weapon?
Okay, well. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I picked it up. Cool. No!
Watch out, good.
Die! Yes! Success! Oh yeah! Oh yes! And I'm still standing in the poison gas. Hey! Money!
Seen my
Oh
money
yes,
now?
everybody! Celebratory cash! Did I get? Ah yes! I did. I got the killing blow on the boss. I didn't get any other award, but I did get the killing blow on the boss. And for that, I give myself a thumbs up. And you know what? That's just one more reason. A single more reason to keep due. However, with keep due in mind, I think I have to end this episode here. But rest assured that there will be another, and probably several more after that. But thank you all very much for watching. This has been me, Ampamine, coming at you with some more Killing Floor 2 Commando action. And I will catch all of you on the flip side.